My husband, 25M, and I, 26F, have been married for almost 2 years and have a 6-month-old baby. I work part-time only to supplement our income and to pay for the legal process of getting him documented. We are very fortunate that it seems it may be an easy process, maybe a maximum of 2 years for his residency, but now I'm going to cancel everything and ask for a divorce. My routine used to be that I wake up 2 hours before him in the morning, make him lunch, pack everything for him for work, and have his breakfast, coffee, and clothes ready for him to wake up, eat, get dressed, and head out within 30 minutes. He used to be satisfied with what I packed for him, such as freshly made chicken and salad, or some sort of chicken wraps, etc. Pure healthy food. I did this because I wanted to make his life easier and show him that I cared and loved him, and I've done this since we first moved in together more than 3 years ago. Recently, I've had to start including dinner leftovers because he started asking for more food, claiming he was still hungry afterward, which I thought was odd because no matter if I work or not, he always comes home to freshly made dinner. So even if he wasn't full, he would be okay. But I explained it away, thinking maybe he's bulking or something. So I started including what I normally take to work, which has caused me to either go without lunch and have to wait until after work, or be late for work because I have to wait until the food is ready. I also take some because I'm breastfeeding and can't miss eating every time. Well, last week when I was packing his lunch, I found an unrecognized second fork in his lunchbox and was thrown off. So I asked, and he said he found it in the kitchen at work and brought it home. I had noticed small changes in him that I gaslighted myself into thinking I'm being insecure because I just had a baby, but this made the pit of my stomach churn. A few days later, I decided to go to his work during lunch to surprise him with dessert and for him to see the baby. That was when I found out why he wanted more food. His coworker, whom he told me no longer worked there, whom I caught him talking overly friendly to, and whom he told me he deleted from social media, not only still worked there, but was eating the lunch I freshly prepared for him, and he was eating the leftovers. I didn't cause a scene. Instead, I took pictures and added them to my folder of everything he's done before, from simply liking other girls' stories after telling me he didn't, to explicit photos of a coworker from a previous job. He got fired from that job because of her. I drove home crying, packed my things, took the bassinet and anything I'd need for the baby and my essentials, and went to my sister and brother-in-law. I told them everything and even showed them our conversations from WhatsApp where he told me she no longer worked there. I normally text him throughout the day, so he was confused when I hadn't messaged him yet and started texting me to see if I was okay, but I just ignored him. Then he got to the house an hour earlier than usual, which also has me questioning if he's been lying about what time he gets off too, and saw mine and the baby's things gone. There was a letter stating that he had 7 days to leave my house, and that he can communicate with my mother to see the baby when I'm at work or whenever he wants to see her. Just let her know, and I'll drop off the baby with her. For the time being, I don't want anything to do with him. I left the printed photos of them eating lunch and laughing together under the letter. Later that night, when I decided I no longer wanted anything to do with him, I informed the lawyer who was working on his residency that I no longer needed his services. Then, I messaged the lawyer privately to ask if I could maybe move our contract and the money I've paid so far over to his divorce and family practice. Unfortunately, he said no, there's some clause that if we decide to no longer move forward, we lose the money we've invested, but oh well, that's just the price I have to pay. This caused my soon-to-be ex-husband to panic because now, if he doesn't get his papers, he has to choose between his daughter and parents. He must either risk never seeing his parents and family again, or never seeing his daughter again if he goes back to his home country. My sister tells me to leave him but not to divorce, so he can't get with anyone else and get residency, but I can't do that to him. I just needed to put this out there to solidify it in my brain, and to be able to reflect that this is now a pattern. He has gone beyond disrespecting me by now also making me make his affair partner food. I've basically gone from an independent, educated career woman to a 1950s housewife with a job and school, all because I blindly fell for this man. When I say I feel stupid, that's an understatement. Update 1. I asked him why he felt the need to do what he did, and he said he never meant to hurt me. He loves his daughter and me, but he enjoyed the attention he got from his affair partner. It was something new and exciting that took his mind off the stress of bills, kids, my emotional state, and the general routine. His life had gotten boring, and she entertained him. As for his housing situation, apparently, he's found someone to let him sleep in their trailer, so I guess he's not completely homeless. This morning, I woke up to my husband's call. He apologized again, but I'm still not budging. His apology, which sounded more sincere this time, was only after the fact he realized he wasn't special to his affair partner, just another one of the many guys she slept with. And when I say sincere, it's because he didn't have many excuses. Instead, he seemed to hold himself accountable by saying he had won the lottery with me and messed up. He begged for a second chance because he didn't know what came over him. He says he hates coming home to an empty trailer, and that he misses seeing his daughter after work. What shook me up was when he said he used to feel more exhausted when he came home to us, because the baby would be excited to see him and would cry to be held by him. During the week, I would often leave the same easy meals for him so he could eat while I left for work, and he started to feel tired of it. It was a boring routine of the same foods during the week, coming home, and having to watch the baby so I could go to work. That solidified to me that I don't ever want to find another relationship, much less go back to him. The routine I worked so hard to put my family together was a chore to him. I literally dealt with a fussy, tired child till he got home so she would mostly sleep, and he would only need a single bottle for her, but even that was too hard. He said he would give up the world just to be back into his routine, because now he comes home to an empty trailer where it's just a bed and a fold-out table. He hasn't eaten his diet because he doesn't have time to prepare meals. He started spending money on lunch because he doesn't have food made for him. He says he misses the baby so much that he cries now when he goes home. I told him I don't know what to tell him about that, but if he wants to see the baby when I go to work, he can go see her at my mom's, who now babysits for me. I hung up on him after this because I had to go and I couldn't stand talking to him anymore. I don't think I've ever cried so hard in my life before, and it doesn't help that it's raining today. Update 2. I was logging off for a while, but I figured I'd update everyone to let you know that the affair partner found my home and started harassing me. I guess she was engaged and was about to go from a visa to residency because of her fiancé, but somehow he found out about her relationship with my husband, and she thinks it was because of me. She threatened to ruin my car like I ruined her relationship, which isn't just hypothetical, but also ironic. She believes it was me, but I don't even know who her partner was, and since around 4 p.m. today, she's punctured one of my tires, wrote home wrecker on my front bay window, and has been spam calling and texting my phone with different numbers. This is all since this afternoon, and I called the police, but by the time they showed up, she was gone, and they said I had no proof of what she was doing. Unless they find her in the act or I have definitive proof, their hands are tied. My mom and stepdad said they will put up cameras around my home, and my mom is keeping my car at her place. They want me to stay with them too, but I don't want to leave my home in case she tries something against it. The most I was able to get is a police officer patrolling the area, meaning they will be in the area and randomly pass by. I'm not sure what to do. I don't even know who her partner is, and I'm already dealing with leaving my husband, and now she's harassing me. I feel like things are just going from bad to worse.